Hi everyone, it's Caffelle here from caffelle.com. I write or vlog every couple of weeks for tinaolife.com. So welcome to the Wednesday, July 20th edition. Hello! I of course missed last week and I'm sorry. I was hiking the West Coast Trail of all things. I know. I lost my bathroom bag on day 2 of the trail somewhere. I think I left it at a campground, and that meant that my deodorant was not with me for a lot of the trip and a lot of my getting clean stuff, so I'm pretty sure that you could smell me coming home yesterday. It was a bit nasty, but happy to be back in the land of flushing toilets and my car and modern conveniences. I really enjoyed making coffee this morning. It was quite luxurious. Anyway, so this week I want to talk to you about the 5 love languages. So I don't know if you know what they are. If you haven't, I would love for you to go to the website for it. It's www, obviously, 5, like the number 5, lovelanguages.com. And on it, there's a little quiz that you can do. You and your partner can both do, which is sort of fun to do. And the 5 languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Okay, so it's Gary Chapman who came up with this whole premise some time ago, probably I would think 10 or 15 years ago now. It's been around. I use it a lot with the couples that I work with, just as a fun way to figure out, where they fit in and what their preference is and how they show love. Okay, so the idea is out of the 5, you're going to probably gravitate to 2 top ones and maybe a third as your main love languages. So my top 2 are acts of service and physical touch. I believe those were the 2 top, although quality time is up there for me as well, those top 3. But acts of service is my big one. So this means that when I love you, I'm going to make you dinner. I'm going to go out of my way to do something for you. I'm going to make your life be easier somehow. I'm going to take your dog for the week if you're away and you're stuck. That kind of thing, right? I love people by acting and providing service for them and being super thoughtful. And it also means that that's the love language that I understand the most. So if you're a person who is a gift giver or or words of affirmation, those are the 2 I really don't need very well. And I it's not that I don't appreciate them, but because it's not my language, it's not what I really recognize. So if you're telling me how lovely I am and how special you think I am and stuff like that, I'm going to go, okay, great, thank you. But it's not going to hit me the same way that it would hit you if it was your love language. Does that make sense? Same with receiving gifts. Like you could buy me a really expensive handbag as a gift. And I would say like, wow, thank you. That's really lovely. I would never be ungrateful, but it's not really what I recognize as a love language. But if say you drove across town to the only store that sold my favorite kind of chocolates and bought me a box, or you traveled to, Atlanta, Georgia to get me this box of chocolates and brought it back home, then there's an act of service tied to that gift. And so then it would mean even more to me. Right? So it's not that I'm ungrateful. It's not that I don't understand what you're doing. It's that my most clear language is around acts of service and physical touch. So that's how I communicate. That's how I love. That's how I receive it. So once we know that, once we go to 5lovelanguages.com and we do this little test with our partner, then we know that our partner really loves quality time. So we know that we need to make time for them. Or we know that physical touch is what does it. Well, then we know that we can, make a point of massage or touch or whatever it might be to speak in the language of our loved one. And hopefully they're doing the same for us. So it's just a really cute way to have insight together, a really simple way to get some insight into how you communicate and how, you might feel that you're giving and giving and giving and giving to your partner and that you never get back right? Because you're waiting for it to come back the way that you're giving it. But maybe your partner is giving and giving and giving and wondering why you're not appreciating what they're giving. So it's just a really interesting way to connect. So I would love for you to try that out this week. 5lovelanguages.com. Go have a little look at the quiz, and I think there's a video and all kinds of fun things. So have a look at that. There's a book as well. And I, of course, will be blatting on about this, I'm sure, for weeks. Once I glom onto something, I don't stop, apparently. Yeah, so that's it for this week. It's Wednesday, the 20th of July, and I will be back next week with an article over on tinaolife.com, and I don't know what it will be about. It will be like a magical lottery for all of us once I figure out what that is. And until then, have a lovely week, all my super couples out there, and let me know in the comments what your love language is. Ciao!